Hey, how's it going out there, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Cash, and this is Trucker News, or as I like to say, hashtag Trucker News. Yeah, we're going to get to some news stories. I'm going to read the news stories that I think you should know so you don't have to read them. Why not outsource everything to an illiterate, right? That's what I always say. That's what you're doing here with the Trucker News. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I do much appreciate it. We got a lot of great news stories today, so gather the kids around, smash that like button, everybody become a subscriber to the channel for more trucker news. Whew, let's get to these good stories today. Truck driver charged for dumping aviation fuel onto an Alabama roadway to avoid a trip back to Mississippi. I mean, no offense, Mississippi, but hell, there ain't nothing I wouldn't do to not go back to Mississippi, right? Connecticut truck driver admits to hiding income to fraudulently collect Social Security, food stamps, and unemployment. I'll give you the blueprint on how to do that if you're interested. A man uses a python to scare and rob a Tennessee's truck stop employee. Hashtag dammitboy. Ohio plans parking facilities on I-80 with a big come on. Colorado bill would ban police from asking drivers, do you know why I pulled you over? Do you know? Do you? New Mexico bill set to lower the max speed limit for trucks only with a $250 fine to match. Damn it, Bobby. Mexican government worked together to seize $20 million in liquid meth stored in water bottles. An Arkansas bill bans non-citizens from operating a commercial vehicle without a U.S. issued CDL and English language proficiency. Hey, damn it, boy. Can't wait to read that one. Hang around. We'll get to it at the end, folks. You're going to love it. Truck driver charged for dumping aviation fuel onto the Alabama roadway to avoid a trip back to Mississippi. A truck driver is facing multiple charges for allegedly dumping thousands of gallons of fuel in Moundville, Alabama area. Alabama-based trucking driver Alfonso Terry Jr., 58, is facing 5 counts of reckless endangerment and 1 count of criminal mischief. Additional state and federal charges could be issued. Oh, I think they will. The charges were filed in connection with a fuel dumping incident that occurred on March 13th. According to the Moundville Times, police say that Terry was rejected when he tried to fill up a local fuel depot because he still had fuel in his tanker at the fuel depot. Employees were not permitted to mix new fuels with old fuels. Terry allegedly left the depot telling workers he would return with an empty tanker. The nearest fuel dump site to Moundsville is Meridian, Mississippi. Moundsville police say that rather than traveling to Mississippi, Terry drove off his route, released the valves and other safety mechanisms, and drove along Johnson Street and Powers Loop, discharging between 1,500 and 2,000 gallons of aviation fuel. Ooh, boy, you'll do a little time for something like that, I would think. The fuel was spilled out over a 5-mile stretch, including on a bridge over a creek. Come on, man. Come on, man. They're showing a Quality Carriers tanker here in the article, so I'm assuming that's who it was. Can you imagine the environmental cleanup of 5 miles and into a creek of aviation fuel? Lord have mercy. Multiple agencies responded to the fuel spill, including Hale County EMS, Tuscaloosa Hazmat, and the Alabama Department of Environmental Management. Woo-wee, that boy was in some real trouble. Real trouble. Yeah, I don't know. Connecticut truck driver admits to hiding his income to fraudulently collect Social Security, food stamps, and unemployment. A Connecticut truck driver pled guilty in connection with a years-long scheme to fraudulently obtain government benefits. Hartford resident Ricardo Santiago, 59, pled guilty to 1 count of wire fraud in the U.S. District Court. Damn it, boy. Santiago worked as a CDL truck driver and held jobs with over 20 employers between 2002 and 2024. In that time, officials say Santiago earned income of more than $500,000 Starting in 2002, San Diego applied and received retirement survivor disability benefits by representing to Social Security Administration that he could not work due to a disability. In 2017, Santiago filed new paperwork in order to maintain those benefits, claiming that he was still disabled and unable to work. Officials say that he ultimately collected $316,000 in benefits. Lord have mercy. In 2017, San Diego applied for SNAP benefits. He said, hell, 316,000 ain't enough to get by on these days. I'm going to need some food stamps too, boys. So he applied for SNAP benefits, and they began giving them to him on March 2017. He used them to make $18,000 in purchases. Whoo, his boy is doing it dirty. He received more than $36,000 in payments to which he was not entitled in from 2020 to 2021. I'm sure that's some sort of COVID benefits probably there. Damn it, boy, 316,000 in disability, 18,000 in SNAP, and 36,000 in COVID benefits. Lord have mercy, that boy was racking it up. My dumb ass out here working for a living. You believe that? How dumb am I? I'm out here working for a living. Man uses pythons to scare and rob a Tennessee truck stop employee. Hell, Lord have mercy. Just whip your snake out right there and scare the hell out of them, right? They usually ain't what happens when I whip a snake out, but hey, whatever, you do you. A group of men were able to rob a Tennessee gas station of several $100s worth of merchandise by waving their pet python around. And Lord have mercy, I thought this story was going a different angle when I first saw it, but now I see what they're doing now. It's an actual reptile. It's an actual snake here. Okay. The robbery occurred earlier this week at a Citgo truck stop and Auto Plaza in Denmark, Tennessee, according to WDTN. Two news truck stop employee Mar Ravel and his brother were working in the store when men holding two pythons entered the store. Hey, damn it, boy. They were just waving them around and putting them on the counter. One person brought in one snake first, and then the other brought in another snake. One was white and one is brown or mixed. There you go. Ravel, the men grabbed $400 worth of CDL oil from the counter and probably intended to steal more, but were deterred by the number of people inside the store at the time. They pulled their car up to the front of the door, said Ravel. I think they plan to successfully come here and rob the store and use snakes as a weapon. Damn it. Damn it. Stole a bunch of damn truck oil. What's this world coming to? I mean, you got to really wonder, right? Ohio DOT is planning truck parking facilities on I-80. The Department of Transportation is moving ahead with a project to add truck parking facilities to I-80 near the Ohio-Pennsylvania state line next year. Come on with it. Ohio DOT recently announced plans to turn a shuttered rest area on I-80 in Hubbard Township into truck parking facility. Work is scheduled to begin in 2026. A proposed truck parking facility, not a truck stop, would include 38 truck parking spaces, restroom facilities, lighting and camera system, and a green space. The Hubbard Township Truck Parking Project is to be paid for by a grant by the National Significant Multimodal Freight and High Projects Fund, whatever the hell that is. I like that idea. Why close a rest area? It's like we need more rest areas, not less rest areas. Hell, I recommend put some big old parking out there too. 38 spots is a good start. 380 sounds better. I'm just saying that Hubbard area over there is very busy. Truck world, the Loves, all that fills up, before the sun goes down. So I like that idea. Bring it on, boys. Bring it on. A Colorado bill would ban the police from asking drivers, quote, do you know why I pulled you over? There's a real simple cure for this. I don't know if we need a bill to ban this, but I'm all for it. But there's a simple thing you say. When an officer says, do you know why I pulled you over? Your response should be no. No. I mean, some other suggestions. No, you're the one that pulled me over. You should know why you pulled me over. No, I don't incriminate myself, sir. Things like that, because that's what they want you to do. They're trying to get you to incriminate yourself. You don't ever want to incriminate yourself. Keep your damn mouth shut. Best thing to do. Legislation recently introduced in Colorado seeks to stop police officers from asking drivers if they know why they were pulled over. Yeah, it's a cop game they're playing there. Don't fall for it. Don't get into it. You make them tell you why they pulled you over. That way you can fight it in court. I recommend recording it. I do. I was recently pulled over in Minnesota, and I recorded the whole thing. And the officer said the reason he pulled me over is because my tags were expired. That is not a legal reason to pull someone over in Minnesota these days. They've got a law against that. They're not allowed to pull you over for expired tags. Now, he can say, oh, your tail light's out, pull you over, write you a ticket for having a expired tag, but they can't pull you over for an expired tag. So, my tag's out of date by a few years. You know what I'm just saying? If you ain't going to enforce it, I ain't gonna do it. I mean, I know me. I know me. I don't. I don't break the rules, but by golly, I bend them until they almost cracking and popping. But anyway, don't ever fall for it. I recorded that because I know why he pulled me over, and when he said why he pulled me over, I said, got him. And I said, oh, sir, I just forgot about it. And he was like, they're 2 years expired, out of date, right? And I was like, really? I just bought this car. And he was like, I don't think so, buddy. And then he got into a whole thing about, did you pay taxes on this car? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that's anything I'm supposed to tell you. Like, what are we doing here? You know, he said, well, I'm just going to let you go with a verbal warning today. And I was like, well, that's probably all you can do, because you done goofed up and said on camera the reason you pulled me over was because my tags were expired. You're not allowed to do that, big guy. Know the law, folks. Best thing you can do for yourself is learn some basic laws. And if the police ask you, do you know why I pulled you over? You say, no, sir, but I'm sure in your infinite wisdom you're about to tell me. Now, I don't cop an attitude with them. It just makes it worse. You know what I mean? Like, in my experience, I respect the police, but I also understand. I always try to figure out who I'm dealing with, and most local city cops are, um, they're like it's like an ego thing. So you don't want to pick at that fragile ego. Oh no, you yes sir, no sir, but don't tell them anything else. And that's from an actual non-lawyer. Oh, New Mexico bill's going to lower the maximum speed limit for trucks. Only cars can go as fast as they want. Trucks, you better slow your shit down. We're going to charge you $250 fine. Lord have mercy. Lawmakers in New Mexico are considering a bill that would establish a new lower speed limit for commercial trucks through the state. I'm not allowed in New Mexico anymore. I had a little incident in Albuquerque. Not allowed to go there anymore. Don't go there. Won't ever catch me there. If passed, the bill would establish a maximum speed limit of 65 miles per hour through that garbage state, specifically for trucks. Only on New Mexico highways, which is lower than the general 75 mile an hour for cars. When will they ever do the research and learn split speed limits are stupid and they don't work? Well, you can't have cars going 80 and trucks going 65. It causes a whole, as the Canadians would say, hopefully they ain't got a tariff on this word, a kerfluffle, and everything gets all jammed up and worked up because you got that one truck that's going to pass at 61 miles an hour, and then you got it just causes the whole thing. Don't do it, New Mexico. I know I called you a garbage state, and I know I meant it, but don't do it, because it's just going to make you more garbage. You're moving more garbage than away from garbage with this, okay? Just my advice. The Mexican government, and U.S. Border Patrol, baby, they seized $20 million in liquid meth. Lord have mercy. That's a lot of liquid meth. The Mexican government and U.S. Border Patrol recently worked together to seize a load of water bottles hiding liquid meth. Woo, boys. I thought that Aquafina had me, heart palpitating. This seizure was made last week at the Roma International Bridge in Roma, Texas. The massive amount of liquid meth was stored in more than 1,600 water bottles and transported on a tractor trailer. The semi-truck was also loaded with chili peppers, potatoes, and onions. That's how I make my salsa. I like onions, chilies, peppers, potatoes, and liquid meth. It's a great salsa. Try it one day. Tell me I'm wrong. The U.S. Customs Border Protection and Mexican officials worked together to seize the contraband. One man was arrested in the incident. Arkansas bill is going to ban non-citizens from operating commercial vehicles without a U.S. issued CDL in English language proficiency. Woo, a bill introduced in Arkansas would crack down on non-citizens working as commercial truck drivers as well as carriers that employ them. That's where you got to start. In February 2025, the Secure Roads and Safe Trucking Act of 2025 was introduced in Arkansas state legislation by Representative Wayne Long, Senator John Payton, and Representative John Eubanks. Come on with it. It requires a domestic commercial driver's license in order to operate a commercial vehicle in Arkansas. Truck drivers with a B2, B1, or B1-2 combination visa would be banned from operating commercial vehicles in Arkansas. Penalties for violations include impoundment of commercial vehicles and a fine of $5,000 for commercial vehicle operators. Canadian commercial driver's license reciprocity would no longer be recognized under provision bill. Some bitch requires commercial vehicle operators to demonstrate English language proficiency, read road signs and warning signs, understand traffic control, and communicate effectively with emergency services. Law enforcement and other drivers operating commercial vehicles without proficiency in English language could result in a $5,000 fine. Here's my thought about this. We already got a law that says you got to read and write English. Well, not read and write, but you got to be able to converse in the Green Book. You can look it up. Is the Green Book even a thing anymore? Does anybody even care about the laws of trucking anymore? Leave it in the comments if you got a Green Book in your truck. I don't think too many people got them anymore. They don't care about the laws. But it says in the Green Book, the FMCSA rules, you have to be able to converse with law enforcement in the English language. I know good and damn well everybody I go to at these grocery warehouses, they can't speak English. They got the translator on the phone over here being like, bop beep boo bop bop beep bop, and then the translator's like, pickup number 44123, and then he's like, the shipping office lady says, slide your tandems, open your doors, and put it in door 13. And then, he's got to hold the phone up there so they can say it into the phone. And then the translator can say, beep, bop, boop, boop, click, click, 3-4, Roger. It's like, what are we doing here? You're holding up my day, buddy. Get out of the way. But that's where I come from with it, because you're holding up my day. That's why I don't like it. But yeah, I like this law. I ain't against it. It says if non-citizen without a U.S. issued CDLs operating a commercial vehicle and causes a fatality crash, they can be convicted of Class B felony with a minimum 10-year prison sentence. Whoo, that might slow him down a little bit. It won't keep him from doing illegal things, but it might slow him down a little bit. It also penalizes trucking companies that provide commercial vehicles to ineligible operators with a fine of $10,000. Here's the thing with that, though. You fine them the $10,000, they'll have a new FMCSA set up tomorrow. They'll have new DOT numbers. They'll have new MC, and they'll be rocking a whole new name. You ever wonder why Hot Shot Willie always puts his numbers and shoe polish on the back glass? It's so at the next rest area he can pull over, wipe it off, and write a new one on there. You ever wonder why you see these Ryder trucks going down the road and the guy's got a piece of notebook paper with a USDOT written on it, and he's got it duct taped to the side of his truck. Always crooked too, by the way. You ever notice these foreign companies cannot put a sticker on straight? Their sticker's always at a little bit of a cockeye. And you know why that is? Because when you're putting on 5 of them a day, you don't give a damn. You know what I mean? I mean, he motherfucker run one load across state, and then he's got to call in to the company and say, "Hey, boss, what's our MC number today?" True story. Facts. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. That's enough ranting for today. Smash that like button if you like the show. Become a subscriber if you want more of it. Ring the bell. You'll get notified every time I come out with one of these juicy trucker news. Yes, sir. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I much appreciate the support of the channel. I really do. Take care of each other out there. And remember, people are more important than trucking. Quick, I just want to remind everybody about the Mudflap app. If you're not using Mudflap, check it out, download it. It should be part of your fueling program. It's a free app. Go download it from the Apple or Android store. You sign up using credit card or bank account. No credit checks, nothing like that. No fuel card needed. Get yourself huge discounts on fuel. I buy about half of my fuel through it right now. It's an amazing free app. It's 100% legit. Sign up using my promo code there, and I'll get $10 in free fuel. You'll get $10 in free fuel. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.